We're back in session. The jurors are again present in the courtroom. Mr. Zellinger and Ms. Salt, do y'all have further questions of Officer Hall?
Yes, Your Honor. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Sergeant Hall, I think this been marked for identification purposes. The state's exhibit A284 through A327. Could you look through those pictures? Sergeant, are those all images of the search done at that East Wake transfer facility back on July 29th of 2011?
Yes, sir.
Do they accurately and fairly depict the scene and the search of that garbage as it occurred that day?
Yes, it does.
Would it help illustrate your testimony to the jury?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time I move to enter State's Exhibit A284 through A327.
Let me proceed.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
May I publish these via the projector?
You may.
And Detective, I show you State's Exhibit A284. I believe there's a little laser pointer up there. Immediately upon dumping this trash, did you notice that vacuum cleaner?
Yes, we did.
Could you point it out on there?
Right in here.
And State's Exhibit A285, is that just looking back towards the back of that trash facility?
Yes.
I show you A287. Is that another angle of that trash?
Yes, it is.
And so did you seize some of this trash as you went through the pile?
Right. I mean, it was examined as best we could, bag by bag, to determine if it was going to be related to this particular investigation or not.
And what would you do with bags that appear to be relevant to this investigation?
They were pulled aside for further collecting.
I show you State's Exhibit A288. I guess there in the background you see those CCBI vehicles.
Correct.
And was CCBI on hand to process and help package all the items that were relevant to the investigation?
Yes, they were.
I'll show you State's Exhibit A293. Is that another picture of the area around where that vacuum cleaner was found?
Yes.
I'll show you A294. Again, can you see the handle of that vacuum cleaner?
Yes, sir.
And so I guess as you started to, did you just walk through all this garbage to try to pull apart what was relevant to this case and what wasn't?
We started towards, which would have been the oldest part of the trash that would have been deposited in the dumpster, which would have been towards this area here in the photograph to the left.
And can you explain to the jury how you knew that that side of the dumpster was the oldest?
The door to the dumpster itself would have opened further towards the top of the photograph there, and the employee from Waste Industries would have driven his truck. He would have backed into the facility and then manipulated the truck to have it start dumping out onto the floor, and then he would have driven out or forward at that point, and the trash would have fallen down onto the concrete floor.
And where the door was on that dumpster, that's where the newest trash would have been located, because the older trash would have been shoved by that mechanism further into the dumpster.
Correct.
And just so we're clear, so to the left side of this picture is the opening of the Eastway transfer station,
That's right.
and to the right of this picture is the big hole in the ground.
That's correct.
And so the right side is the newer trash, and the left side is the older trash.
Correct.
I'll show you State's Exhibit A296. Is this around the area where that vacuum cleaner was found?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you State's Exhibit A299. Eventually, did you pull that vacuum cleaner out of the garbage and take a picture of it?
Yes, we did.
And then around that area of the garbage, did you begin to, that area near the proximity to the vacuum cleaner, did you begin to find some garbage that appeared to be relevant to your investigation?
Yes, we did.
I'll show you A301. What does this picture depict?
Appears to be a white trash bag which contained the shower curtain, or a shower curtain, which is black and white on the inside.
And how did you know that that household, or did you know that that household had a black and white shower curtain?
Through previous interviews, we learned about what should have been in the bathroom on previous occasions.
And that was by talking to Shay?
Yes.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 302. The white part, I guess, is that a shower liner?
Correct.
Did you have the information that there was a shower liner along with a black shower curtain?
Yes, we did.
And where was this black shower curtain found in proximity to the vacuum cleaner?
It was within a bag or two of the vacuum cleaner itself.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 303. Is this a bag of trash that appeared to be relevant to you?
Yes.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 305. Is that looking further into that trash bag?
Yes, it does.
And what did you find there?
Appears to be some sort of scrubbing brush.
And again, that hall bathroom was the bathroom that was missing shower curtain, bath mat, and was very clean.
That's correct.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 306. Is this also a trash bag that was found in close proximity to that vacuum cleaner?
Yes, it was.
And if you can, could you read for the jury what is on that bottle right there?
This bottle right here appears to be a bleach container.
And there also appears to be a track phone packaging right there.
That's correct. A little bit further above that, the track phone, cell phone package.
So you State's Exhibit 308. Is this, I guess, a different view of that same trash bag?
Correct.
And this plastic that there appears to be a foot on the left side of this picture, did you dump the trash out on a plastic bag?
I don't recall if that was used at that time or not, or if that was already in the container itself.
When you examine these materials, did you touch them with your hands, or did you use gloves to ensure the forensic security of them?
We use gloves.
And were you careful to not manipulate them too much so to keep whatever forensic value they might have?
Absolutely.
And by that forensic value, you thought that there could be fingerprints or DNA or those types of things on some of these objects?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 309. Is that that track phone packaging?
Yes, it is.
And is that a prepaid cell phone?
It is.
So could you go to a store and pay for a prepaid cell phone that had a certain amount of minutes on it?
Yes, you can.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 311. Does that appear to be another trash bag?
Yes, it does.
And what did you find inside that trash bag?
Appeared to be bathroom mats, or what would be used in a kitchen area mat.
I'll show you State's Exhibit 312. Is that the style of mat that was in Grant and Amanda's home prior to July 13th?
Yes.
You knew that by talking with Shay.
Yes,
You also knew that by looking at various pictures through the digital evidence that you recovered.
that's correct.
Shady States Exhibit 313, again, are those mats?
Yes, sir.
This is States Exhibit 314. What does this depict?
This particular bag here contains empty ice bags, and also this was, I believe that was a paper towel holder.
And additionally, at the top of this picture, is there also, I guess there's two shoes, and then there appears to be some sort of toilet brush?
Pair of tennis shoes and a white and blue in color toilet brush.
I'm showing you States Exhibit 316. Is that a view of that, I guess, paper towel holder and some bags?
Yes, sir.
Are those ice bags?
Yes, they are.
And at this point in your investigation, did you recover that Grant Hayes had purchased some bags of ice?
Yes, we knew that at that point.
Shady States Exhibit 317. What appears below those ice bags in this bag of trash?
Appears to be the packaging for a respirator mask.
Shady States Exhibit 318. Is that a closer view of that mask?
Yes, sir.
Shady States Exhibit 320. Is that a towel that was discovered in the trash?
Yes, sir.
States Exhibit 321. Is that a closer view of that towel?
It is.
States Exhibit 322. Does that appear to be a respirator that's found inside that bag?
Yes, it does.
And States Exhibit 323, I guess, is that a zoomed in view of that?
It is.
And is that essentially a mask that you wear over your nose and mouth?
Yes, sir.
Shady States Exhibit 324, is this another bag of trash?
It is.
States Exhibit 325, is that? Close some of these. Shady States Exhibit 325. Is that same bag of trash opened up?
I believe so, yes.
And is this what you do? You keep the trash bag on that we see on the top there and then lay out the contents?
Yes, sir.
And you'd ask CCBI to photograph these items?
Correct.
And then after CCBI photographed these items, what would you do next?
They would have been repackaged back into that particular bag that it came from, and they would have been moved to a certain area, and ultimately they would have been packaged with an additional packing material by CCBI.
And Shady States Exhibit 327. Is that just another angle of those materials?
Yes, sir.
And so those items were packaged by CCBI, and then were they given to the Raleigh Police Department to hold in evidence?
Yes.
And at some point were they also submitted to the state crime lab to be evaluated for forensic testing?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, can I approach the witness?
You may.
Sergeant, some gloves next to you. Now, as you put those on, Sergeant, did you previously testify in a hearing involving this matter?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And at that time, obviously this evidence envelope that's marked as A421 has been opened. Was it opened at that time for that hearing?
No,
Okay. When you previously testified, did you open some of these to look inside them?
I did, yes.
Okay. And that's how this got opened?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hand you it's marked as States Exhibit A421. And prior to opening it, every other time it's opened, is it sealed with tape and has folks' initials written on it?
Yes, it is.
I hand you States Exhibit 421. Could you look inside there? What do you see inside there?
It's a plastic packaging for some type of rubber or latex glove.
And was that taken from the trash back then on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move to enter State's Exhibit A421.
Let A421 be received.
And if you could pull that out and display it to the jury.
Your Honor, may I get a little closer?
Sure, yeah, sure, absolutely.
And that's some of the packaging that was found in those trash bags on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
And just to be clear, what kind of gloves is that packaging for?
It's noted Evercare, 2 pairs of size medium household gloves.
And what size was that?
Medium.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach a witness?
You may.
Sergeant, I hand you marked to State's Exhibit A422. If you go look there, what do you see inside there?
The packaging for the 3M respirator mask.
And is that another item that was seized from the trash back on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move State's Exhibit A422 into evidence.
Let A422 be received.
Detective, if you could pull that out and show it to the jury as well. And what you're holding in your left hand, is that just the packaging for that respirator?
Yes, sir.
And again, that's something that goes over your nose and mouth?
Yes.
Does it list on the packaging what kind of uses it has?
Workshop odor respirator.
And it's designed to prevent a person from feeling the full brunt of an odor?
The applications would be for to help keep non-harmful dust and certain particles out of your nose, mouth, and lungs, and helps eliminate certain annoying odors.
Your Honor, may I approach a witness?
You may.
I think we State's Exhibit 423A. Again, is this another item that was recovered from the trash on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move into evidence State's Exhibit A423.
Let it be received.
Can you take that out? And is that a brush head?
Yes, sir. And it has a name on the top of it, Quickie.
That's what I hand you. State's Exhibit A424. Is that toilet brush that we saw in a picture that was recovered in the trash on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move into evidence State's Exhibit A424.
Let it be received.
Sorry, you can show that further. Sergeant, I hand you State's Exhibit A425. Could you indicate what's inside there?
Appears to be several empty bags of ice, the plastic bag for the ice.
For State's Exhibit A424, was this an item that Shay said had been located in that hall bathroom?
The toilet brush, yes, sir.
This blue and white toilet brush?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, at this time I move to enter State's Exhibit A425.
Let it be received.
And Detective, or sorry, Sergeant, if you could pull that out. And what does that appear to be?
This is one 10-pound bag for the ready ice.
And was that bag found inside those garbage bags on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
And all these garbage bags were found close to that yellow vacuum cleaner?
That's correct.
I think just marked as A426 for identification purposes. Are those more of those ice bags?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move in evidence State's Exhibit A426.
Let it be received.
You can pull those out. Detective, or I'm sorry, Sergeant, when you first saw those, did they appear to be in a little bit different condition than they appear now?
Yes,
And are they covered in a fine dark dust now?
they are.
And is that the fingerprint powder that's used to attempt to acquire latent evidence?
Yes, sir.
You may.
I show you State's Exhibit A427. Are these the gloves that were found in the trash?
Yes, sir.
And the packaging that we saw earlier, does it appear to be for that type of glove?
They appear to be the same type and color.
Your Honor, I move in evidence State's A427.
Let it be received.
Could you show those to the jury? Sergeant, can you tell if those are size medium?
There is some sort of stamp or etching that has an M on it.
You may.
Sergeant, I think you State's Exhibit A428. Does this appear to be a box for garbage bags?
Yes, it does.
The packaging for some garbage bags?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I move in evidence State's Exhibit A428.
Let it be received.
Display that to the jury. And those Glad Force Flex garbage bags.
Yes, sir.
And the garbage bags that you're recovering this garbage from, do they appear to be that type of garbage bag?
They did, yes.
Okay, let's see, State's Exhibit A429, is that the respirator that appears that the packaging that you saw earlier was from?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, State's Exhibit A429.
Let it be received. You may.
Sergeant, I hand you this marks, it states Exhibit A430. Is that a toothbrush,
Yes, sir, it is.
an electric toothbrush?
Yes, sir.
And did you have information from Shay that in that hall bathroom there was an electric toothbrush?
Yes, we did have that information.
Your Honor, I'd offer Stacy's Exhibit A430 into evidence at this time.
Let me receive.
Is that also covered with that fingerprint test?
It is.
So I hand you this marks at Stacy's at A431. What is that object?
Appears to be the plastic container which would have contained the respirator mask.
Your Honor, I'd offer into evidence Stacy's Exhibit 431.
Let me receive.
So that's the packaging for a respirator mask?
Correct.
And that's a second package for a respirator mask, is that correct?
Yes.
Sergeant, I hand you it's been marked as State's Exhibit 432. What is that?
Appears to be an additional packaging for the Everclean glove.
Your Honor, I'd offer State's Exhibit A432 into evidence.
Let me receive.
For the size notated of size medium.
Is that a second glove packaging that was found in that garbage?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I approach.
All right.
Sergeant, I hand you what's been marked, or will be marked as State's Exhibit A448 for identification purposes. Do you recognize that object?
I do.
And what is that?
Appears to be the black and tan bath mat that was recovered.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd offer State's Exhibit A448 into evidence at this time.
Tell me again. A4,
448.
448. Let me receive.
Could you pull that out? And additionally, on the outside of this, are there all sorts of markings of other folks that have investigated this package?
Yes, sir.
If you could go ahead and unfurl that. And from Shay, did you have a description of what the types of mats look like in that home?
Yes, sir, we did.
And additionally, did you have some pictures of the inside of that home that you're able to gain from that digital evidence?
Yes, we
And
did.
did it show that pattern mat?
It did.
You may.
I hand you this marks the State's Exhibit A446 and A447 for identification purposes. Look at the ends of these. Do you recognize these objects?
I do.
And what are they?
They appear to be similar bath mats.
And were both of these, all of these mats all seized as part of the investigation into that trash back on July 29th?
Yes, sir, they were.
Your Honor, I'd offer an evidence State's Exhibit A446 and A447.
Let 446 and 447 be received.
I guess without been doing the whole thing, do they all appear to be the same pattern bath mat?
They do.
And the opposite, I guess the side opposite the side that had the pattern in it, could you describe that material?
Appears to be a rubber type of material.
This might be something that someone would use on a bathroom floor where the top part can get wet and the bottom part won't slide.
Certainly.
And same thing with Stacy's at 447, is that the same sort of material?
Yes, it is.
And these are very similar to the prior Stacy's at 448?
Yes.
All right.
And just mark Stacy's at A437. What is this object?
Appears to be a toilet plunger.
And again, is it information that there's a toilet plunger in that bathroom, that hall bathroom in Grant Amanda's house?
Yes, we did.
And was this seized from the garbage near where that vacuum cleaner was located?
It was.
Your Honor, I'm moving that in Stacy's at A437.
Levy received.
I guess, is that the top part of this?
It is.
Sergeant, as you seize these materials, did you just set them off to the side and investigators from CCBI would package them up?
Yes, sir, they would.
Okay. And then when they keep those, I guess, did you transport them back to the Raleigh Police Department or did CCBI keep them?
CCBI kept them initially.
All right.
Sergeant, I hand you a marked Stacy's at A439. Could you look inside here? And what are those materials?
Appears to be some sort of advertising document for an iPhone case.
At one moment, Your Honor.
All right.
And those have several flyers in there.
Correct.
And additionally, is there a cigarette carton in there?
Yes, there's one empty green cigarette package.
And what's the brand of that cigarette package?
American Spirit.
Your Honor, was all this material seized from the trash as well?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, I move to admit Stacy's at A439 at this time.
Levy received.
And Sergeant, could you pull out those flyers? And are those flyers were found in the trash near all these other items?
That's correct.
What do those flyers read?
The title is Dress Your iPhone 4. It reads, Grant Hayes has chosen these very unique drawings from his extensive portfolio for the spring 2011 Dress Your iPhone campaign. And it further reads, the cases being presented here will only be available outside New York City through specialty shops and boutiques which the artist meticulously researched and selected for the Grant Hayes New York brand. He was extremely impressed with the look and feel of your business as well as the client reviews posted on various forums and social networking sites. This is why this offer is being made to you. The Dress Your iPhone 4 collection is quite special in that there were only 600 pieces made, and all images used are from original compositions. Each case is made from highly eco-friendly ABS plastic formed using the in-mold decorating process and comes with a 1-year limited warranty. And it further describes 3 specific drawings or diagrams on the case itself. The schoolyard, the second one is Her Fave, and the third one is Pot Girl.
Not advertisement or flyer that was found in the trash,
Yes, sir.
okay, along with that cigarette carton.
Yes.
And are there more than one of those flyers located in that?
Maybe as many as 10.
Eric, approach the clerk.
All right.
Sergeant, I approached Stacy's exhibit A434. Could you look inside there? Tell this board what's inside there.
Appears to be 1 respirator mask and at least 1 pair of latex blue gloves.
So that's another pair of gloves?
Yes,
And what color are they?
these are blue in color.
Your Honor, at this time I move to enter Stacy's exhibit A434.
Let it be received.
And to be clear, Sergeant, these again were materials that were found in the trash
Yes, sir.
and close to the vacuum cleaner and close to those flyers.
Yes.
And if you could pull those out and display those for the jury.
So there are a total of 4 gloves here.
So there's 4 gloves there?
Yes, sir, 4.
And can you tell what sizes they are?
I do not see any notations or markings to identify that size.
And additionally, on there, I guess on the part near where your thumb is located right now, is there a tag that appears to come from the North Carolina State Crime Lab?
Yes. And
And is it a barcode that they frequently put on items of evidence that they've tested?
yes, sir.
And are those 4 gloves the only thing that were located in State's Exhibit A434?
No.
Okay. And what else is located inside?
A respirator mask.
And Sergeant, do you know if that respirator mask is the same as the packaging from earlier in the other respirator mask, or would you have to look at that?
I would have to look at the product number.
Eric Upperich.
All right.
This State's Exhibit 422. If I could hold up this packaging for you, does this appear to be for a 3M workshop odor respirator?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And can you tell what brand that is?
This is also a 3M respirator.
And then additionally, an exhibit that you recently showed was more packaging for a respirator, is that correct?
That's correct.
And that one didn't have this paper part that tells what kind of packaging it's for?
That's right.
Okay, it was just the plastic.
Correct.
All right.
Or in that case, you states exhibit, what's marked as A 435, is that a towel that appears to be different colors?
Yes.
Okay. And is that a towel that was also located in the trash that we saw pictures of earlier?
Yes, it was.
Your Honor, at this time I'd offer an evidence states exhibit A 435.
Have been received.
And if you could pull this towel out. Can you tell what color that towel is or was?
Originally, probably a rose colored.
And does it appear to have several spots that have changed color?
Yes,
For instance, will bleach do that to a towel?
it will.
You may.
This states that at A36 for identification purposes. What color is that towel?
Appears to be white.
Your Honor, I move an evidence states exhibit A436.
Have been received.
And is this another towel that was recovered from the garbage that you found on July 29th?
Yes, sir.
And if you could just briefly pull part of this out. On parts of this towel, are there little numbers written on there?
I see a 2.
And is there a barcode from the North Carolina Crime Lab?
Yes,
And will they often write numbers on exhibits to show where different parts have been tested?
yes, sir.
And otherwise, is that a white towel?
It is.
Okay, thank you. Last set, states exhibit A438. And is there an actual trash bag with different items inside?
Yes,
One appears to be a man's underwear.
yes.
Okay. And could you describe those for the jury?
Appears to be gray in color starter men's underwear.
And what else do you see inside this bag?
Pair of brown in color flip-flops or sandals. Some small papers, tissues, a sock.
What color is that sock?
It's pink and white.
Now, this time I've given evidence states is at 438.
Have been received.
And this, I guess, coming out of states is at 438, is this the garbage bag?
Yes,
And does it appear to be that Force Flex kind that has a red string around the top?
it does.
Okay. And inside this garbage bag, you mentioned there's some underwear, some flip-flops, some socks. Do you see anything else?
Appears to be a plastic or a paper cardboard container for a mop.
Could you hold that up for the jury so they can see it?
Can I approach also?
Sure.
Thank you. And could you pull out just one of those flip-flops so the jury can see? Can you tell what size, or is that having imprinting on there?
Not that I see.
And there's also this gray boxer brief underwear.
Yes, sir.
And then there's also, can you pull out the sock that you mentioned earlier? all pulled out of the trash from that waste facility?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Approach the clerk.
All right.
Sergeant Henry states exhibit A433. Is that wooden object that we saw in those pictures?
It is.
There was a paper towel holder, and then there was this other wooden object.
Maybe a utensil holder.
Your Honor, I'm moving to evidence states exhibit 433 at this time.
Love to receive.
Because you can pull that out and just show it to the jury. Does it appear to be broken?
It does.
And Sergeant Henry states exhibit A445. What do you see inside that?
The black shower curtain.
Is that a black shower curtain that you found in the trash?
Yes, sir.
And Shay had told you that there was a black shower curtain in the hall bathroom.
That's correct.
Aaron Coverage.
All right.
And that states exhibit 445.
It is, yes.
Your Honor, at this time I'm moving that and states exhibit 445.
Love to receive.
And could you show that to the jury?
Tell you what, folks, let's quit for the night. If you're gonna show him all the rest of that, let's quit for the night. Let you do that tomorrow. You wanna retrieve what you just showed him, Mr. Selinger?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
You wanna retrieve what you just showed him,
Sure.
please? All right, folks, it's about 5 after 5. We'll stop for the evening. Don't discuss the matter among yourselves. Don't discuss it with anybody else. Don't let anybody discuss it with you. Keep an open mind. For your planning purposes, because of a personal conflict that I have on Thursday morning that I could not change, we're going to probably start a little bit later Thursday morning. So if you know, since you've been here every day, for the last few weeks, we're not going to start till probably about 11:30. So if there's something else you'd like to do between 9:30 and 11:30 on that day, you'll probably have an opportunity to do that. So I just want to give you a little notice. Have a good evening. Follow my previous instructions. I'll see y'all at 9:30 in the morning. Thank you. Right, the jury is absent. Also, you can stand down. Thank you. We're in recess till 9:30 in the morning. Thank you.
Spirit Coast has recess 9:30 tomorrow morning. Stay safe, on course.
Thank you.